Okay, here's a quick video on how to change out the aluminum bezel inserts. First off, we have a GMT Master, reference 16700. So here's what we're gonna do. You have a wealth of options. You have a, like a Pepsi bezel. This one's faded, so you can go with the new one, service one, old one. We have a Coke bezel, and then we have the all black. So what's nice about this watch is that you get 3 watches in one with by buying these other bezels. So here's how we do it. You don't need a watchmaker. All you need is a little bit of patience and know-how. So I always like to tape up my stuff. I have one of these tools. It's a watchmaking tool. You can use, I've seen people use a straight razor, just something that is thin and will get under there. So there is a spring up top here. It's the retaining spring at the kind of 1 o'clock position. I'm going to come at it at the 7 o'clock straight on, and I'm going to apply force upward like this. So it's in, force upward, and you feel that come up. Very simple. Now, if you're careful enough, the spring, whoop, that came out. Okay, so there is a spring here. You can kind of see that maybe. It is right here. This is that retaining spring, tension spring. Right there. Okay, so that's still in there. If that comes off, you just got to get it in, and there is a little spot under here, like a little pocket that you need to get that under, and that spring should be, the tip right there should be in, sticking up. Okay, so I'm going to keep that in. If it's not out there, it's good. One less thing to worry about. Now, this thing right here, this is the actual, this one here, inner tension spring right here. Okay, this goes underneath that click spring. Okay, try to get that centered. You will see we have the click spring, and under that is that tension spring right here. Okay, so we're going to leave this alone. I'm just going to put off to the side. Now, if you get an aftermarket bezel, it could be a little bit too tight, so you might have to do some very minor filing. Another option is this outer bezel, heat it up. That way the metal expands. Stainless doesn't expand a ton, so you don't have a ton of options. It doesn't have a ton of room, but it will help it fit in better. But watch this, nice and easy. I'm going to apply upward pressure. I don't want to change anything with it. Other than that, I'm just applying upward pressure. Boom, came right out. All right, now for this, what I'm going to do, if you put this on incorrectly, you will not have any positive clicking. It'll just kind of be a smooth rotation. So what I'm going to do is apply this bezel insert as it is. And there's another reason too that I'll share. So I need to make sure that this bezel ring interacts with that click spring. So I'm going to come at it. I'm basically applying light pressure on that spring inward so that it engages. Then I'm finding the sweet spot right there, and now I'm going to start applying pressure around the outer bezel. And hope that it clicks in. You hear that? That was a nice positive. Now listen. Nice rotation. Good. So I'm happy with that. Now, why did I not put the bezel insert in? Well, that's because I am OCD and I have a problem with the bezel being maybe in between clicks. So I'm going to go with the Coke. So I have the Coke bezel. What I'm going to do is just eye it up. I'm going to eye up that center. And then I'm going to start pushing in at every little angle. So this looks centered to me. I'm going to push in. Push in. I'm pushing all the way down. And eventually you get a positive. There we go. So I'm going all the way around. Function check. And that's how you do the change up. What do you think?